Well, hello again there, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Well, we're going to do the late models at South Boston. So this changed over, and they've already done one race at 8:15. I don't know what kind of turnout we'll get for this one at 10:15, but we'll see. Hopefully we get a decent strength of field. But yeah, so basically right now we're in practice. So we've got about 15 minutes before we get into the actual race itself. And that'll go at 10:15, and right now it's just coming up towards 10. So looks like we've got more like 20 minutes in practice, and we'll play around with a couple things in terms of the setup. Overall, I mean, I think the race setup itself is probably about where it's going to be. I'll put it that way. I don't know how much quicker we're going to be able to make it. It doesn't seem like I can really sneak a lot of speed out of this thing. What's up, Kevin? Davis? Chris? Oh, yeah. We'll see. I know that I know Zim's in here. I don't know if anybody else will join up, but yeah. Yeah, good cat. I'm not gonna be in your split for a while. What's up, Chris Laufenberg? Glad to have you, Dave. What's up, Alex? So anyway, getting back to what I was talking about. So getting back to what I was talking about, what I'm gonna qualify on and what I saw is I was in a practice session before this, and we did put some time down and everything. Basically, Williamson, who's pretty much the top competition here, I mean, he generally is walking away with these races. So the time that he put down, and again, we don't know if this is race trim or this is qualifying trim, but the time he put down was, I think it was a 14:06:21. Appreciate it. Yes, today is my birthday. My birthday. So, good cat. All right, so he put down a 621. Now, in the past, we've been able to get in that neighborhood. The best we've ever put down is a 724. In terms of these kind of qualifying or these conditions and everything, track temperature is 79. I think the track has low usage right now. But here's what we did. And we took the base setup that we had played around with on Saturday. That's awesome, Dylan. Zimmy is in here. And we took the base setup from Lou. I dropped the left front a pound just to try and give us some more grip. We added a click of front stagger because the thing could still use a little bit of turn, what couldn't. We got the rear running at 1.5. In terms of chassis, we had to mess around with our ride heights and get those back to where they need to be. I know some people have been saying they've been running out of gas with this set, so I did add a gallon of gas. So I'm not going to mess around too much with the preloads or anything like that. I'm going to keep this thing really simple. Crossweight sitting at 62.4. And that's really all the changes that we made. And again, we're running the full ballast setup. So full ballast forward, softest springs we can run. And again, I want to play around with this a little bit to try and get this thing. I think that there's something else that we're overlooking, and I want to dive into it more. It's going to take some time, but overall, that's really what I want. But yeah, so again, we could play around with this. We could move one of these arm mounts up to try and give some more some turn off and put it a little bit tighter on entry. Ooh, Zimmerman. See him out in the background eating it. So anyway, let's take a look at results here and see what kind of times we're putting around. Look at Zim, man, putting down a 7.86. That's faster than we've run all week. So maybe with the low track usage, we can put down a quicker time. But we'll see. Got to 94, yeah, and we'll see. I mean, every session's different. It's random, and if we do get a session that's that hot, we're gonna have to see. Now 94 running 50% tape. If that's, I can't remember if it was you that said it blew up, but somebody had popped running 50% tape, and that might possibly be part of the problem. Running 94 degrees. I mean, that's damn hot. For Virginia and October at night. You figured it'd have to be, if the track temp was 94, you figured it'd have to be probably about 90 during the day.
Low car down low. Go high. Low car up high. Go low. Go low. Go low. Go low.
Ooh, we got tight right there. Again, to me, it just feels a little bit tight in the center, just a little bit. And what do you know? Got Davey up in here. And again, the other thing too with South Boston is it is really, really line sensitive. Depending on the line that you're running, I mean, it can really, really alter your lap times. Enough so that, I mean, there were a couple random laps that we clicked off in a longer run that basically had us picking up a 10th versus where we were running, you know, kind of on average in that time. So, again, that's the thing that I'm just not super nuts about when it comes to this place. Now, I mean, we can play with that track bar, and I think we probably will, just to see if we can maybe get some more time out of it. Here's the thing. I don't think that this is going to be a staying adjustment, though. You know, I think that this is not really a race-type adjustment. Yeah, Davey got in here, too. So I just don't think it's going to be something that we're going to keep for the race, if that makes sense. Put that back. So our crossweight, we're keeping our crossweight here because we move that track bar up. It kind of shifts things around a little bit. So again, when you're making minor adjustments like that, you just got to make sure that all your other stuff is kind of staying around where you wanted it. I mean, that's the biggest thing, because if you're like, oh, I traced that, and that just, well, okay, you're not just changing that. You know, you saw it picked up the left front just a touch, not a lot, but a touch. And then again, the number we're looking at is that crossweight. So, yeah, I mean, that's really the biggest thing. But I think that we can run quicker.
Just electronic bump, that's all.
With that kind of track bar in it, with the right side moved up. Because it's not going to make it looser all around. It's going to basically loosen it up off. Which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. See, really, to me, it's just like the front end just slides out. And that's the thing. It's part of like the way I'm driving it, I feel like. And I'm just driving it into the center too hard. Potentially. Again, I don't know. And we're just waiting for the thing to catch, you know, and it's just not good. That's my concern. I mean, people try to get this thing to turn, and it's like, it'll turn for a while, but eventually it's going to start getting away from you. Davey down on the inside there. That's what I'm talking about. That right there, it just doesn't cut up off the corner. You know, it just does not cut. Like at 1 and 2, it's one thing, but 3 and 4 runs different. Like you really got to touch this apron right here to get this thing coming around.
Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside.
Yeah, that 3 car is
A
evil.
lot of grip.
Keep low. Stay low. Clear outside. Outside. Keep low. Keep low. Clear. Slow car down low.
People just blowing up. People just blowing up. My shit won't turn for nothing. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of what we're all fighting. And again, it mirrors exactly what I was saying, which was it feels like it's tight in the center. It just doesn't feel like it's gripping in the center, I guess, is my big complaint. You know, which is why we kind of play around with this line here to try and get it. See if we can cross these guys up here.
Low car up high. Low car up high.
Again, you can try around with different lines here, but really you gotta be, at some point, you gotta be on that yellow line.
Can you guys hear me okay? feel like this track is going to be a wreck then.
Stay low. Clear.
So he tried.
Down low.
He tried. He tried a little too hard in the mirror there. Like I said, I feel like that 3 car's fast for a second, and then it just goes away. He's so loose. As we get loose.
Down low. Low car down low.
As we get loose. But again, half of South Boston is just trying to avoid the mayhem.
Got a car stopped ahead.
But again, with that track bar adjustment we made, it's starting to get a little bit loose coming up off the corners here. When we're really pushing it.
Car outside.
Again, that's what I'm talking about, that 3 car. It's just twitchy on him. But the car feels really good, kind of on a longer run. I mean, it's not bad.
Still there. Clear, clear. Inside. They're inside.
Yeah, car high. Car high. Now the one thing we'll have to be careful of, and again, this is kind of a weird kind of a twitch with this setup and this track and everything. If you take it in super wide from the top up here, and I kind of messed that up trying to get up too high there, but if you take it in super wide from the top right there, the car does want to come around. So we'll do it down here and see if it'll actually do it.
Car stopped ahead. Low car down low.
See?
Low car down low.
I mean, we could have saved that,
Low
but
car down low.
that's what I'm talking about. I mean, we could fix that with brake bias, but you know, realistically, it's a tough sell. So I mean, it felt okay. How many laps did we run there? 20? Felt pretty decent. What's up? Too slow to catch.
Yeah, you got me in the door.
It is gonna be the Roval. That's cool.
My bad. No problem.
Really? Oh, we did fine, Brian. How did you end up doing, man?
All day.
I hesitate to ask. See, Brian's out in Wilmington.
To be honest.
So, in real life, it's Roval. So we got 31 registered here. Wow. There's a lot of cars out there on the track right now. There we go. See that USA Firearms set? Who all's in here with us? Brandon Massey, Zimmerman's in here. Davey's in here too. And again, if I'm missing anybody, the Discord's growing so fast I can hardly keep track. So here's what I did, Lou, and I'll show you what I got. So basically, I lowered the left front just a pound. You just try to give us a little bit more grip. We added a click of stagger in the front, and then basically just kind of left the ride heights where they were. We had to tweak the fronts just a little bit, but we got the cross weight to 63. We did put another gallon of gas in the back, and we had to kind of play with that truck arm just to get it back where it was. And I bumped this truck arm out from the bottom to the middle. It feels fine. You know, honestly, I think I may like it better the other way.
Man, drive what you do, blow motor.
But yeah. Oh, you're in Winston? Gotcha. So I'm outside of Raleigh. So I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now. I mean, we could put more in it, but a lot of trees down, no power. Okay, well that's awesome, Brian. Glad to hear it, man. I'm glad you're not underwater. The deadly vibrant Mustang. Sinister.
No, you can't see the water gauges in his car.
All right, you're in Greenville, Davey. That's cool. Yeah, and I saw what you said there, Davey. Yeah, I mean, this is what we're doing. I mean, basically, add a click of stagger to the right front or to the front. That'll definitely help you a bunch. It's not that it won't go through the center. It's that it loses grip in the center. Like it feels like it's sliding out. Like it's not feeling like it's on a rail like the typical loose setup. You know. So I mean, we can play with the cross weight just a little bit. And then maybe, well, let's do this. Let's move this down to the bottom, all right, to not have the car so loose up off. All right. We'll have to tweak this back. But let's apply that. That puts us to 62.8. So let's just raise up the right rear. I don't want to lower that left front any more than we have to. Mainly just because I want to keep some ride height in it. Mainly just so we can get over that bump in one. That's really the biggest concern. So let's try that. That's moving the crossweight 63.3, but kind of just moving some stuff around here a little bit. So we'll see what that feels like, and hopefully that'll help us out a little. The other thing that we could do, in theory, is we could put a little bit more left rear spring in it. I still really want to try like the Mark Martin 3-spring setup at some point. I really do. I think that would be fun. I like Sobo. It's really specific to run, like, and that's the thing that I don't like about it too much. I don't like the bumps getting into one because you hit them different. It feels like every time, And you can hear the car bottom out one time, then you can hear the tires kind of skirt, one time. It's not consistent, and that's my big issue with it. But it's like right there, it just doesn't cut at that last second, which is what I'm looking for it to do. Like right here, like it's all good, it's all good, it's all good, and then actually it went pretty good right there. Alright, let's see if we can get around Jacob here, since we almost killed him.
Low car up high. Low car up high. Go low. Go low. Car outside. Still there. Clear.
Again, we're just kind of running laps right now. We're not really doing anything productive. But it's like right there, it just feels like it picks up that left front. Like it's just not holding down, and that's a problem. It really is. I mean, we could do a couple things to try and play with that. Like we could try and mess around with that preload, or we could put we could put some more ride height in the right front, but I don't want to do that. I just don't. Is it really? Well, I guess they got that figured out then. Because it was funny, basically. I was listening to one of the Mark Martin podcasts. He was talking to, is it Gary Ballou? Hot Shoe Ballou? And basically he was talking about, again, he remembered Mark Martin's 3-spring car, which basically they had, they basically just worked the right rear spring completely out of it. They had so much left weight in it and so much, nose weight in it, the thing just didn't need a rear spring. Every time it would lean back on it, it would just de-wedge the car, or it was jack and wedge into it. So, yeah, basically they worked it all out, and the first time they went out there, it was just grinding on the track, is because they just pulled the rear spring, and it's like, no, it's just, I think it was a 200 and like a 500 that they were running so the right rear was like a 500 and the left rear was a 200, and basically went out there with a 200 in the left rear, and the thing was just grinding, and they didn't think that it's like, well, it's got to have 700-pound spring in it to just carry the weight of the car. So they cracked a 700-pound spring in the left rear and had the thing so weighted that it just didn't even need a rear spring. It just never even got that far, on the tracks that they were running. So it's a really interesting story, and Mark Martin's podcast is really, really cool. It's really interesting. It's always a good one. I definitely listen to it whenever they get a new one out. But I mean, sway bar size. I mean, we could lower this to try and get some more body roll in it. That's gonna loosen it up quite a bit. I feel like that's more of a course adjustment than anything. I mean, the bar end right now we're at negative, so I mean we're already leaning on the bar. I mean, the other thing we could do is we could try and screw with that to try and kind of put some clearance in it to let the thing really roll until we get to the center. But again, those are all just they're big adjustments. In all honesty, those are big adjustments that I don't think we're ready to do in this kind of time frame. You know, where we're actually hopping into the race like right now. So I think we'll probably stick with this. I think I'm comfortable with the 50% tape. I don't think we'll have an issue. But we'll be hopping in race side real quick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's just too big of a change to make right now, Lou. So we're not going to screw with that. I think we'll probably leave it as it is. It feels fine. And we can always change it back depending on what the race session holds for us. So we'll see. Yeah, hell yeah, Davis. We're going to try and send it anyway. I'm interested to see because I don't think we had too many higher iRating guys in here with us, you know, like those like 5K, 6K guys. Again, I wasn't looking at everybody's name, so I don't mean to snub anybody like that. But so this should be top split, fairly confident in that. But let's take a look here. 83 degrees, so it's a little bit hotter than what we were just practicing at. Todd Guerin's in here, Williamson's in here, us, Zimmerman, Bates, Purnell, Evan Lang's in here, Timothy Hopkins, and Kevin Lake, Gleason Smith, and Jacob Pickrell. So just send it. You know what I mean? Davey, did you end up in here? I don't see Davey. I don't see Davey. Let's go ahead out here and practice and just see what it feels like with the set we got in it on this kind of track. With the temperatures up just a little bit. It could be perfect for all we know.
Low car down low. Low car down low. Go high. Car stop there. Go low.
Oh, it's loose on, it's loose on entry right there. Just trying to drive it in like Lou would drive it in here. Fucking hard right to the line. Still won't turn off. Alright, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. It feels fine. It feels fine. We might put a little brake bias in it. But yeah, it feels just fine. So, thinking about it, why don't we do this? Just to be safe, let's just take a little bit. Well, no, that was going the wrong way. Well, no, let's tighten it up, yeah. So if we were there, we put it just there. I mean, that put us at a 63.7. Ah, what the hell? We'll run it like this. Yeah, Lou is slamming. Yeah, Todd Guerin. Yeah, we've come across Todd before, so I know Lou was talking about him. Like, I think he used to run this and then didn't. Now I guess Lou. I think I remember you saying if he's back, we're in trouble. Yeah. So anyway, practice times. We were in pretty close to Todd. Williamson put down that. He's faster than that though, unless he just fucking nailed a lap in practice. So.
Anybody have a setup they'd be willing to share?
I don't know how you get into the top split. Don't even got that. Raise it at IRB. Those silver count cars, man, they are not simple to drive. What do we want to do to try and get it a little bit extra out of this thing? Let's do this. Let's go move this to the middle. Move it back down to 5 gallons. Let's put it up to 6. I'm just looking at seeing what it does to our ride heights and what have you. Let's move that back down to 5 gallons. Let's just throw full tape on this thing. And just to try and loosen it up off the corner and tighten it up on the entry just a touch. Let's see what that feels like. And we'll leave the truck arm right there. I'm not going to screw around with it too much. Yeah, I mean, it's a rear eight. Yeah, well, whatever. We're going to leave it. So qualifying 9. If we can put down a lap like we put down in practice, we'll start probably in the top 3 or 4. I don't know if we'll be able to do that or not, but we'll see. Yeah, sorry about that, man. So you got to work it up, man. Get up in this top split. Get up in the top split. There were 40 cars registered. So, I mean, this should be 3 splits. So you may not be in the bottom split. You could be in the middle split. But let's get out here. So we're the 3 car. Realistically, I want to finish 3rd at least.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag. Here comes your first time lap.
We messed that up right there.
One more lap.
Might be okay. Turn. Oh yeah, we don't got we don't got any more turn out of it than that.
There's the checkered flag.
Well, we'll see where that lands us. Do we end up putting down an 8? 867. It's alright. We all know Williamson will just come in here, drop his 7 bomb, and then you know, we'll all just feel like shit. Knievels, where you at? Nope, you're not Knievels, you're just lookalikes. There you go. They were close though. Did you see they had like the V on their chest and everything? The with the Valvoline symbol. All right, so let's change it back to 50. For race wise, you know, honestly, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. We're gonna take that and put it back to the bottom. You know, they were fine. And we're gonna put 6 gallons in. It's weird how that works, right? So put 5 gallons in it. The rear right doesn't do anything. Front goes down-ish. Put 6 gallons in it. And it goes right to 2. I mean, it should be picking it up because we're putting weight in the rear. But 63.3, just like we kind of had before. And we'll see. I mean, we put in a longer run. I don't know how it will be on a track that's a little bit hotter and with competition. But we'll see. But again, you see Williamson still has not qualified. Todd Guerin did, 902. But man, if we could set the pace in this race, that would be awesome. You're gonna go 7 gallons. I mean, just bumping it up from 5 to 6 should do the trick. I mean, I ran over 40 on 5 gallons and it wasn't any kind of issue. Let's go to the info here. We've got 60 laps. Maybe that's part of it. So, I mean, we're sitting on the pole for now. Williamson, did he end up going? Oh, he did. 5:03. Wow. Lou, did you know this was 60 laps? Or did you think it was 50? Davey says he's going 7 gallons. I feel like 6 gallons should be fine around here. We ran 60 with the weather. I mean, we're not even in cooler temperatures. I mean, we're at 83 degrees. So, really, 6 should be good. I mean, the straightaways aren't super long, so we're not pulling super hard. We're really kind of rolling through. So, it looks like we end up snagging the pole, and that is impressive. Williamson obviously made some kind of mistake being down in that kind of range. I mean, he was way faster than that in practice. And that was practice at, I think, 78 degrees. So, I mean, with a couple degrees higher, he shouldn't be losing 4/10. So, we'll see. But let's go ahead and hop in here. And see how we do. What's the brake bias set on this thing? 51. We're going to put it up to a 52. just for safety's sake more than anything. It's not going to make a huge difference, but Lord knows we might need it. So we'll just run it like that and we'll be okay.
Catch the pace car.
Dilly Bates! Good luck. Dilly dilly. Alright, good luck guys. I got some really quick guys kind of starting second, third row here, so have fun.
Good luck, everyone. You guys starting in third gear?
So we go green.
I'll usually start in second.
So that'll depend on your set, but yeah, second. So we just gotta be careful on this green, because it's gonna be pretty quick, considering where the pace car is on this sucker.
Get ready. Going green. Pace car is in. Green, green, green.
Thing is, you just gotta hold it down there through the center. If you can't, say we won't be long for this lead if we can't. Right there, that's what I'm talking about. It's just will not hold it right there. I mean, we can kind of drive it around there and stick it if we're driving it really hard, and I just don't want to lean on the right front tire that much. That's really what it comes down to. So he was looking right there. But that's what I'm saying. I think it just pushes up through the center. To me, anyway. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. But 60 laps is a long ass time around this place. Say, ooh, yeah, we're gonna lose it right there.
Inside.
Again, just getting up out of the groove.
P5. 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 Clear, clear. Next car is the leader.
I really just want to stay in touch.
Car inside. Keep high. Keep high. Still there. Stay high. Hold your line. They're inside.
So we're going to have to take this high line away because these guys are going to start running it. And if they get up on the outside of us, we're just not going to last long. Basically just trying to run that seam right in between those two lanes right there. It's almost like they're just kind of alternating, or at least Garen is anyway. So it's almost like they're just running up here to kind of cool that right front down. Maybe? I don't know. Hard to say. We're staying with Todd, but we're not really closing. We're coming up on lap traffic here too. Williamson is driving it way harder into the corner than we are.
Cross flag, halfway to the finish. Inside.
Yeah, there it goes. It blew up.
Clear. You're dropping a lot of fluid. We have to fix it.
I don't know why it did that. Well, that sucks. Should have had him pull the tape off while I was in there. Yeah, nobody's really had any incidents or anything, so I mean, this is going to be tough sledding right here unless somebody has a problem. We're a lap behind, even the guys that are one lap down. Yeah, we made it past cross flags, so I mean, in theory, we should be able to make it, you know? I don't know. I went longer than that. I don't know, maybe it's running the high line.
Oh, hi.
I don't know. That's frustrating though, because I mean, we did do a long run. I mean, we did a long run in practice, did not have any problems, and it was only 5 degrees cooler, you know. So, and we didn't hit anything, not to do that kind of damage. That and in practice, I mean, I knocked down the wall a couple times, and it still wasn't an issue.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Car outside. Clear. Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
So I hate to race people, but so when you're the 3 car, you got a strength of field like this, man. You better pass everybody you can. I mean, even if it's not for position. I mean, the only thing we can do is hope that other guys start to go 2 laps down. Because we're not going to get passed by the leaders again, I'll tell you that, unless we blow up. And luckily we were able to roll around to the pits, but fuck. That sucks. I mean, the thing too is, I mean, watching Williamson in the mirror, he was riding so much deeper into the corners than we were. So, I mean, we were really letting the car breathe. That's what just doesn't make any sense. We just did not have these problems in practice.
Low car ahead. Low car ahead. Go low. Go low. Outside. Clear.
Hold the brake. I mean, we're fucking done anyway, but
You're dropping debris. Bring it on in.
again, just shit. It's like, just hold the brake. Let everybody get around you. Fucking terrific. I don't know why people do that. Where it's like, you know, your shit's fucking ruined. Like, I don't get it. Just stop. Just stop.
Oh, hi.
The 10 fucking boots his ass. I mean, he fucking just dumps him. But right here, just stop. Stop, stop. Yeah, only 32 minutes to rebuild the fucking motor. Well, that one's gonna fucking sting, boys. Let me tell you, there's one guy who didn't show up. Go from pole to finishing dead fucking last. What are you doing, Gleason? Don't even know what pit stretch you're back, or what stretch you're pitting on. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Well, keep in mind this top split guy is probably not like 3,000 iRating or anything. I'm gonna guess he's probably 1,800, 2,000. You know, that's the thing. I mean, not everybody in the top split's amazing. Just fucking.
Melon, good gracious, man, your lap's down. Sorry about that, Todd.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, we're fucking screwed. One thing I do want to see though, let's go back. I want to see what the temperatures were before we blew up. Yeah.
Have a good vacation, Nathan.
So when we were out front, look at this. I mean, like that's where it's sitting at, just being out front. But even just being a little bit behind him, the temperature's going up and up and up. And now we've got plenty of room right here, but it's still just hovering right there. So it might be an issue where if you're tucked up behind somebody, it'll pop. And that's the lap that it did.
Good one, Todd. Just way too loose.
There's the checkered flag. Bring it on home and let's get out of here.
My arm's about to fall off. I was fighting that car so hard.
Say good run, guys. I just wish I could have been in there with you, but she popped.
Yeah, that happened to me in a race earlier.
Yeah, normally running 50% tape's not a problem. I don't know what it is. Somebody else was saying that they popped with 50% there too, and I don't know whether I got the wrong gear in it or what.
Yeah, that's what I popped with, 50% earlier.
I don't get it. Yeah, and that's the thing. I guess running in practice, it's not a problem, but even just you could noticeably see it. Like if you go back to the laps that we were at. So let's go. So lap 1, that's basically our baseline. So now we're up to speed, gets to 240, 241, and it kind of levels off right there. Goes up a little bit. It's kind of stable right there. We let him go. And then right there you can see it start to climb further and further. So I don't know whether it's just an airflow thing or what, but man, that's a hard pill to swallow, to sit on freaking pole and pop, you know, and have a legitimate shot to at least beat Williamson. You know, and I don't think we would have had anything for Todd, but yeah, I don't think Williamson could have gotten around us really. I mean, unless we made a mistake, but you know, which could have happened, but again, that just sucks. Yeah, I mean, we made it 30 laps. That's nice, too slow. Awesome. Yeah, I guess. But I mean, at 83 degrees, it should not be that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Again, tape shouldn't even, and again, Lou was talking about this, tape should not even be that big of a deal. I mean, with how open the front end of these cars are, period, and how much ride height they got, there's plenty of air circulating through there. And we're not going that fast. You know, I guess that's my big thing. I mean, we're going, what 90 miles an hour at the end of the straightaways? Maybe 100? Yeah, 100. You know, I don't know. Maybe a lower gear in tape, or maybe just 25% tape. So Evan's running no tape, it looks like. I don't know if it actually generates tape on anybody's car or what. I don't know if it does. I don't know if it does or doesn't. I'm going to guess it doesn't. Just like you can't tell anything from like camera angles and whatnot. Yeah. So, whatever. And that's the thing. It seems to be really specific, because I know we had the same issue where it's like, I ran out of gas. I didn't run out of gas. You know, the one time, like, it basically was saying, you know, there was a bunch of people that were saying that they just ran out of gas. And I mean, look at the car. I mean, we don't have really any damage. And we nicked the wall, I think, once. I mean, look at the car's fine. I mean, is that a little bit of damage right there? I can't tell. You know, that might be like a little bit of damage. Can't even freaking tell. Yeah, there's a little bit of damage right there. I don't know, maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know. You got me. Yeah, I guess we'll just run it. Yeah. Because, I mean, if you can't even take, like, a little tiny wall tap like that, 50% tape, again, that should make no difference whatsoever. But whatever. So, anyway, that's a bummer, man. I mean, really, it's been some time since we really had some of these races that we really just don't take anything away from. You know, it's not like, hey, you know what, we gave up a spot, or, you know, we just didn't run the way that we wanted to. I mean, you know, we got a decent finish, but I mean, this is a killer. I mean, this is a dagger. I mean, we're gonna lose a ton of iRating right here. So let me pull that up, and you guys can have a look at that. But like I said, that's gonna be, yeah, RCR motor. So we didn't run, well, I mean, it didn't blow, I blew up because we ran into the fucking 11 car. I mean, I'm sure the temperature was climbing and everything, but this is going to knock us back under 4K for sure. That hurts. That hurts a lot. So strength of field, there was a 2587. So the 11 car, I'm a pretty good guess. So 2,000 iRating. I'm a pretty damn good guess, guys. So, so Todd wins. He takes that. He's at a 499 anyway, but anyway, so Williamson's up there. That sucks, man, because that's probably one of the stronger splits we're gonna be in, unless other people show up, you know, other than Williamson and Todd. Yeah. So, but Zim got a decent finish. I mean, he got 3 points. Got 3 points. He lost some safety in there. He got a 4X, and we collected a 4X too, which is total horseshit. You know, again, it's just people just don't hold the brake there, or like just kind of get their bearings. They just fucking roll, you know. And I get he's trying to just go, but I mean, he already tried to save it once there and fucked it up. So whatever. So anyway, that sucks though. 109. 109. Hell yeah. Yeah, D-class guy got third. Yeah. I just got to run a clean race. That's it. Everybody else is a goddamn lap down. I mean, look at that. Look at the times, though. I mean, the fastest lap. So, 2/10 slower. I mean, 2/10, 3/10, 3/10, 3/10. You know, Dylan was just as fast. He got wrapped up in the same wreck that we did. You know, I think he was running fourth. You know, when all that went down, but and our fastest was a 15:052. So yeah, it's just I don't know what to say. It's a heartbreaker to go from pole to fucking dead last. I mean, Pickerel didn't even do anything. So, sorry. That's awesome. It's a great way to start the day. Absolutely. Absolutely. So anyway, well, definitely not the result that we wanted for sure. But you know, at the end of the day, we're gonna get back in here and we'll lower the tape to 25%. We'll run it again, and at least we know we got a decent set in it, and we know that that line's definitely gonna move up. Again, this is our first race here of the week, so honestly, the car felt really good on the top. We weren't really giving up a ton of ground to Todd there. A little bit. I mean, Zimmerman was definitely faster, so yeah, we'll get it back. It's just going to take some time, you know, and that's what sucks. You know, you lose 109 in one race for a simple mechanical failure, not really anything else. But yeah, you get into a thing like that, and I mean, even if we finish second in every other late model race that we did for the rest of the week, if we ran 4, you know, I don't think we'd get back there. I think we'd gain probably maybe 25, maybe 30 a race. You know, you're just not going to get back there, so it sucks. It sucks, and honestly, that's the first time we've lost some iRating in a while, so whatever. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dylan. I know you called Dylan right out. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything, but he was so mad because he was laps down. Oh, man. It's alright. Everybody squashes the beef around here. So you can be mad 1 second. It just is what it is. Everybody moves on. So it's no different than anybody else or any other drama that goes on. I mean, you're going to be mad at people. It's just going to be that way. So, anyways, well, I know. Believe me, Dylan, we were right there with you. It sucks. It really does. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys watching on the stream, always. If you're new, like, subscribe, get notifications when we go live, and make sure you put it at 25% tape, not 50. You know, don't be a stupid. So, but yeah, hopefully we'll do better in the next one, and we'll go from there. So until the next time, guys, take care.